Just win, baby, used to be the Raiders' motto, but they sit at 0-3 after 3 weeks of the regular season. But who is most to blame for the slow start out there in Las Vegas? Let us know in the comments who you blame most for the Raiders being 0-3 after 3 weeks. But Matt, who do you blame, my guy?
I mean, I got to start with the coach. I mean, Josh McDaniels comes in. This is a guy that's been known as an offensive guru. He obviously had a great success rate in New England working with Tom Brady. And although
working with Tom Brady,
it is Tom Brady, but he had Gronkowski, but it wasn't the best weapons. He comes here, he's got Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, who obviously has been a little injury prone, but Derek Carr, Hunter Renfrow, Devonte Adams. This is a great group of weapons.
A lot of talent.
And they haven't been able to figure it out. Not only that, the teams that they have lost to so far are 0-6 against everybody else other than the Raiders.
Not great.
And their offenses have done terrible in those games. Yeah. So this is just an all-around bad situation where you're losing to teams that should be worse than you on paper. This is an offense that came in ranked 4th, I believe, in the entire NFL. Yeah. It hasn't worked out. And also, I'm just going to say this as a whole, AFC West, I want my money back. I was very excited about you. So far,
my man needs a refund.
Russ can't cook. I mean, call Gordon Ramsay and fix this situation. The Chargers are injured, just all of them, and the Raiders are just awful. I mean, I think Devonte Adams is probably regretting, moving on, thinking that his college girlfriend is better than the one he had. It's not a great situation. Rodgers, I'm sure, misses him too. Figure it out. I think you guys could get back together. Oh, man. It might work. It's not working now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that the Chargers are as beat up as any team in the NFL. The Broncos look as sorry as any team in the NFL offensively. And yet the Raiders probably still look the worst.
NyQuil.
And the Raiders probably still look the worst out of all that in the division, which is pretty wild. And honestly, it looks like at this point that Nathaniel Hackett and Josh McDaniels are kind of having a battle to see who's going to be the worst first-year head coach
basically
in the AFC West. So that's a pretty close competition right now,
It is neck and neck.
So obviously McDaniels deserves a lot of the blame for this ugly start here, but I have to go with some of those names that you mentioned. Really hone in on these offensive stars, some superstars in the case of Devonte Adams, who have just simply not shown up. Obviously, I'm going to start with Devonte Adams, who had 17 targets in Game 1, looked all gravy, but that hasn't resulted in much since. I think he has 48 yards over the last 2 weeks.
They're trying to hype him up with the 3 touchdowns in 3 games.
Yeah, exactly. He's had a touchdown in every game, but again, the yardage has not been there. And Derek Carr is, to a lot of people, a top 10-ish quarterback. He has not looked like it. He's completed about 60% of his passes. He's thrown 4 interceptions through 3 weeks, and he has not looked particularly sharp. And I have to look at Darren Waller, who was looked at as a top 3-ish tight end in the NFL, dropping a touchdown on Sunday night against the Tennessee Titans in a game that was a 2-point game that could have really swayed the result of that. So those 3 guys in particular, you mentioned Josh Jacobs as well, who has not looked well, but that could be attributed to the offensive line as well. So this Raiders offense, which was slated to be one of the most explosive in the NFL, has looked the opposite of it so far through 3 weeks. They've yet to reach 24 points in a game this year. That's not going to cut it in the AFC, in the AFC West in particular. So a lot to blame here with the Raiders, but
we need a moment of silence for the Pro Bowl. So real quick, let's do that.
Are you serious? You can't just be doing this on the show, bro.
It was lagging at the end, but it was time to let it go. I'm glad they put it down.
You're right. It was time. It was time. Let us know in the comments who you blaming for the Raiders' 0-3 start. Let us know what you think about the new Pro Bowl adjustments. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out our other videos, and don't forget to smack that subscribe button down below while you're at it. Also, for more great and original content, head right over to bvmsports.com.